Hi everyone, welcome back to my Ramadan vlog series. Today's vlog is a little different because my husband had an iftar gathering at his office, so he'll not be at home for iftar. Usually at home, he enjoys Kerala dishes, which of course we all love and eat regularly. But once in a while, I enjoy making something different, especially for kids. And honestly, it's also for hearing their appreciation. I think every mom secretly waits for that moment. Which mom doesn't love hearing that food she made taste amazing? So I decided this would be that perfect day to prepare something special for them. I'm making stuffed cabbage with meat, a dish I had made long back when we were living in Riyadh. That version was slightly different than the one that's been made today. You'll see that later in the video. Before getting into all that, Ramadan routines come first. The first thing I always prepare is the semolina milk. This is a regular part of our Ramadan that I make it early so I don't forget later in the rush before iftar. Once it's done, I just need to reheat it before serving. After that, I started preparing the snacks. Usually we have two snacks for iftar. I already had some samosas in the freezer, so I only need to prepare one more. For that, I'm starting by marinating some chicken with spices. I've listed all the ingredients in the description box below if you'd like to try it. I also found this small piece of potato sitting in the fridge. You know, those little leftovers that somehow stay there forever. So I decided to use it up in this recipe. Now heating some oil along with a little butter in a pan. Shallow frying the marinated chicken. I'm not making the chicken crispy here. I actually want it to stay soft because it will be used as a filling later. Once the chicken is cooked, I'm using the same pan to build the filling. In goes some minced garlic. Let that cook until the raw smell disappears. Then add the onions and the chopped potato. You can also add carrots or capsicum if you like, but today I'm keeping it simple. Just add a small splash of water so the potatoes cook faster. Meanwhile, I'm chopping the cooked chicken into tiny pieces. You could also pulse it in a blender, but just make sure it doesn't turn into a paste. Once the potatoes are cooked, the chopped chicken goes back into the pan. Then add some freshly chopped coriander leaves. And if you noticed me pouring milk into a pan at the beginning of the video, that was actually for preparing these, milk crumbles or the paneer. Adding this gives a really nice cheesy texture to the filling. If you prefer, you can skip this and simply add mozzarella cheese instead. But do try this way, it tastes really good. And just like that, the filling for our snack is ready. Now the water I had kept to cook the cabbage is almost boiling, so it's time to prepare the cabbage. The first thing you need to do is remove the core part from the bottom. Doing this makes it much easier to separate each leaf later. Another method is to peel off each cabbage leaf one by one and steam them separately, but the leaves can sometimes tear or break that way, so I prefer this method. Once the core is removed, carefully place the whole cabbage into the boiling water. Let it cook for about 4 to 5 minutes. Then gently flip it over and cook for another 3 to 4 minutes. You will notice the cabbage slowly changing color and the leaves starting to loosen. At this point, you'll be able to pull the leaves off very easily without them tearing. Once that's done, remove the cabbage from the pot and keep it aside to cool. Be very careful when you take out from the pot. Now let's prepare the filling for the cabbage rolls. For this, I'm using minced meat, but you can also use chicken or any meat you prefer. Into the mince, I'm adding some spices, a bit of tomato paste, chopped onions, garlic and green chilies. Some freshly chopped coriander leaves also go in. And another very important ingredient here is a little bit of raw rice. Traditionally, Egyptian rice is used for dishes like this. Since I didn't have that at home, I'm using basmati rice instead. Just a small amount is enough. Mix everything together well. I'm keeping this mixture in the fridge for now until I'm ready to assemble the cabbage rolls. Now coming back to the snack. You can shape this filling however you like, as samosas or even spring rolls. Today I'm using these round sheets that I had at home. I've actually used these same sheets before to make momos and they turned out perfect. The good thing about these sheets is that they don't need any flour paste or water to seal them. They stick on their own once you fold them. So I'm simply placing a spoonful of the filling in the center and folding it. And just to make it look a little prettier, I made a small pattern along the rim. You can definitely deep fry these if you prefer, but this Ramadan, since I'm also doing the fitness challenge with ATP, I've been trying to either air fry or steam all the snacks. And my family also prefers it this way. Less oil and much lighter. Another reason I love using the air fryer is because it's just so easy. You simply place everything inside, set the temperature and let it cook. No standing next to the stove. I'm done with how much I need for the day, so I'm keeping the rest of this filling in the freezer so I can use it another day. It's always nice to have something ready for a quick snack. Now coming back to the cabbage stuffing. Take each cabbage leaf and cut off the thick center part. If you leave that in, it becomes difficult to roll and the texture can be a bit hard when cooked. Place a small amount of the meat filling on the leaf and roll it. really doesn't have to be very perfect. All we need is a small cylindrical shape. Once rolled, place them gently into the pot or pan that you'll be cooking them in. I'm using only about half of the meat mix because I'm done with how much I need for the day. The rest I'll keep in the freezer and use again for the same dish another time. Now we need to prepare the liquid in which these cabbage rolls will cook. Start by heating a little butter in a pan and fry some chopped garlic. Once the garlic is fragrant and it's a little fried, add tomato paste and cook it for about a minute. Then add some chili flakes for a bit of spice. Next goes in hot water. I've actually added a little more water than needed, but I'll mention the exact quantity in the description box below. And meanwhile, you can see how beautifully the snacks have come out of the air fryer. They look just like they were deep fried. Now place the pot with the cabbage rolls on the stove and pour this liquid over them. Let them cook for around 30 to 35 minutes. If you had poured a little extra of the liquid, then you can put it on medium to high flame, or else let it slow cook on low flame. I quickly prepared another simple dish, just some curd, chopped tomatoes, coriander leaves, a little chaat masala and salt. Then add some cooked or canned chickpeas and mix everything together. It's just a simple dish, but really delicious and also quite filling. And just like that, another iftar to be grateful for. Ramadan always reminds us that happiness doesn't have to be complicated. A simple meal, family around the table, and a heart full of gratitude is more than enough. May this blessed month bring peace to our homes, ease to those who are struggling, and countless moments of gratitude in our everyday lives. Coming back to the cabbage rolls, I opened the lid for a while to let some of the extra liquid evaporate. And just before serving dinner, I poured some melted butter over the cabbage rolls. You could also simply add a spoon of butter onto each serving while eating, but today I did it this way. And one more thing, don't forget to have this with some curd. The stuffed cabbage itself is already delicious, but when you eat it with curd, the taste is completely onto next level. Everyone really enjoyed this dish, so do give it a try if you get a chance. And that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next vlog. Take care everyone. Bye bye.